What is up, guys? We're back here with another video here in NHL 25. Today I've taken both my Yahoo fantasy teams and put them into season mode to see which team is the better real-life team. Let's get into it. As you can see here, we have the Winnipeg Aces. One of my fantasy teams, the majority of us are from Winnipeg, so I figured it's the most fitting. Our other team here is in the Atlantic Division. It's mostly my friends from back east on the East Coast. Our league is named after the Trailer Park Boys, so I tried to get the closest name to Sunnyvale. The Sons of All Aces. So that'll be our two teams. I'm going to control both. Winnipeg team is 83 overall. The Aces team is 85. So again, just the way our leagues are, I didn't have enough players to fill out every forward, every defense position, so I did just add. I went to some European league, took kind of the worst players I could find, and just threw them on the team just to fill out the roster. You can see here, we're going to be controlling both teams. The Winnipeg Aces, the Sons of All Aces. Again, I didn't give them an actual name because I didn't really know what to. Either way, let's get started. First, we'll have a look at the Winnipeg team. First line, Svechnikov, Hughes, Nylander. Next line, Kempe, Bedard, Timo Meier. Third line, Kuzmenko, Middlestat, and Marchment. And this Vopat is just a random guy. Then Mantha and Michkov. So we managed to get 11 forwards for this team. Let's check defense. On defense, we have Heiskanen, Seider, Sergachev, Lauzon, and then again we have just two random guys we picked up. Unfortunately, only 4 defensemen on this team. In net, we have Aiden Hill, Darcy Kemper. So we're kind of bad on defense with that last pair, and then our goaltending's not the best. But overall, a pretty good team. Let's check out the other team. First line, Forsberg, McKinnon, Raymond, and Larkin, Reinhart, and Talk. Teravainen, Natchez, and Valery Nichushkin. I have him on the IR. I picked him up right away and threw him there. Tolvanen, Coleman, and Vetrano. So we do actually manage to get a full 4 lines of forwards on this team. Check out defense. Defense, we have Heiskanen, Dahlin, and Hamilton. I did pick up Jansen Harkins last night for my team, so I threw him on defense because, again, he's on the team, so I try not to put him on scratched. And then, again, 2 random forwards back here, or defensemen back here just to fill the spots. So, again, this team really only has 3 defensemen. And then in net, we have Allmark and Skinner, and funny enough, we actually also have Philip Gustafson here, scratched. So we'll get into the season here. We'll see what team's doing better at the deadline, and then hopefully they can both make the playoffs, and by some stroke of God, they can both make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. See you in a minute. I actually completely forgot that we would have the 2 games against them, so I sim passed the first one. The Winnipeg team took the first game in the shootout 4-3, and we're actually just about to play the next game here. So we'll simulate up to this one, and we'll slow sim this game. Times 8. We should have. We'll go towards the end. We'll press jump in just so we can have a look at the jerseys, because I did make jerseys. They're based off the Yahoo fantasy colors. Only issue is obviously I only made the home jerseys. So first period, we're only halfway through. Already 2-1 for the Winnipeg team. Again, if you notice the abbreviations, the RVR, it's for Winnipeg River, and then the HWK is for the Sunnyvale Shithawks. So that's where the acronyms are coming from here. So after the first period, after the second 3-4, we'll slow sim a little bit here. Then we'll jump in towards the end just to have a look at the jerseys that I made. The Hawk team had a long power play. They couldn't convert. They're up anyway. See if they can hold on. They get another, Nathan McKinnon. I do believe they won the first game. Again, it's confusing looking at the teams because, again, I never set the best names for them. 6-4 now. Ooh, almost missed it. Okay, as you can see, the teams here, the Winnipeg Aces team, 93 offense, 74 defense, 84 goaltending. The Sons of All, they have 100 offense, 74 defense, 91 goalies. Again, both of my leagues, defense kind of take a back seat in them. Even goalies aren't that important. It's mostly just the scoring, the point scoring. I mean, you get your blocks and your hits and stuff, but for the most part, it's offensive stats. So let's have a look at the jerseys here. So for them, again, it was pretty simple. Just went with sort of the Yahoo fantasy colors. So that's your jersey matchup. I mean, I think the Winnipeg team looks nicer with the white and the purple. You know, I went more focused with that. I just switched the order of the colors. But they were both pretty clean jerseys. Again, we're not actually going to jump in, but we'll get to the game finished here. That's it. 6-4 for the Sunnyvale Shithawks. They take, I think they won both games, so they take the series. So we'll just sim straight to the end of the season. The trade deadline doesn't matter for us. We'll get there. We'll have a look. I assume both these teams are going to make the playoffs. They're both second. I'm tied for first in both their divisions here, so hopefully they both hang on and make it into the playoffs. I'll see you guys in a minute. We're at the end of the season. The Sons of All team, 52-23-7, and the Winnipeg team, 46-28-8. Both teams managed to be first in their divisions. They should get good matchups for the first round of the playoffs at least. Let's see who they both get to play. So the Winnipeg team is going to be playing Nashville in the first round, and the Sunnyvale team is going to be playing Tampa Bay. Again, the players that were on my team, I didn't take them off of their original team, so they still exist there. Hopefully both teams are playing on the same days. They are. For some reason, it won't let me look at the stats here, so we're just going to do it this way, and it also won't let us look this way. So hopefully we'll just sim up to the end of the playoffs, and then we'll have to go back and look. I don't know why it does it that way, but yeah, like if I go in the team leaders and points, it just gives me this screen. That's it. So we'll start simming through the playoffs. So here we are, guys. We're gonna do the first 3 games. Both teams are playing on the same days of the week, so it makes it a lot easier. A loss, an OT loss, and a loss for the Sunnyvale team here. The Winnipeg team is doing better, so we'll focus on this team right now. Let's see if they get swept in 4 games, and they get a win. We're 2-2 in the other series. Again, they need to win every single game from here on out, and they get another win. Both teams are down 2-3 in their series. Okay, let's just sim sim game 6. We get a winner. We get a winner. Both teams game 7. Let's sim the next day. We get a loss. The Winnipeg team is out. They are both out. Looks like both my teams are pretty well equally matched. There's not one team that really stands out doing better than the other here. We'll sim to the end of playoffs and just see who led the teams in scoring. Okay, guys, we might finally have our deciding factor. So the Winnipeg team, they lost to the Predators in the first round. The Preds went on to win the cup. So I guess we will crown the Winnipeg Aces as my better fantasy team, which is disappointing because it's not a money league and my other one is. So hopefully in real life, the other team is the better team. Hopefully we'll be able to go and have a look at awards, league standings, whatnot, and stuff like that. So for this team, for the Sunnyvale team, McKinnon led them in the regular season, 102 points, 50 goals. In net, Allmark led the way, 43 wins, 18 losses, 5 OT losses, 6 shutouts, 9-15, and 2-6-2. Stuart Skinner played awful, kind of like he's playing in real life right now. Let's go have a look at the Winnipeg team. The Winnipeg team, Aiden Hill led the way, 67 games, 38 wins, 21 losses, 8 OT losses, 2 shutouts, a 9-15 and a 2-8-8. Darcy Kemper had better backup numbers than Stuart Skinner did, but still not the greatest. Let's have a look at their actual players here. So Bedard actually leads the way, 101 and 57 goals. Wow, it's kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting that. Player stats in the playoffs. Again, both teams went 7 games. McKinnon led the way for the Sunnyvale team. In net, I mean, Allmark, you can't be too upset with those numbers. 9-13 and 301. 3 wins, 3 losses, 1 OT loss. I mean, cutting hairs with making it onto the next round. In Winnipeg, Aiden Hill, 7 games, 3 wins, 4 losses, 1 shutout, a 9-18, a 272. Those are pretty good numbers. I'm guessing the team just couldn't score in front of them. And it is not the case. Oh, wow. Connor Bedard, 12 points in 7 games. Jack Hughes also had a point per game. I mean, Bedard wanted to win. 29 shots. Just absurd stuff. Playoff tree, Nashville. And we know they went through the Winnipeg team in 7, then they went through another 7 games with the Wild before 6 against the Oilers, and then they beat the Bolts in 5. Funny enough, I didn't even notice that, yeah, the team that put both of us out actually managed to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Can't make it up. Now we'll look at entire league and see who led the playoffs, and then see who led the regular season, which I realized I forgot to do. In the playoffs, Nashville led by Steven Stamkos, Forsberg right behind, Braden Point and Kucherov. I also didn't realize the storyline. If those two teams actually made it to the Cup Finals against each other, it'd be pretty entertaining with the Stamkos storyline there. And we'll have a look at the entire league here, regular season points. So Jason Robertson led the way on the Dallas Stars. Draisaitl was next, and then Tyler Seguin, which is kind of crazy. Is this the McKinnon on one of our teams? It is. So we had one player that was pretty high. And then in goals, our Connor Bedard actually does lead the way, and we'll take home one trophy at least in this sim. Let's have a look at the awards. We know Nashville. Presents went to the Rangers. Nashville and Tampa, we know mostly all of those. Individual awards, Art Ross goes to Robertson, along with the Hart. Norris goes to Adam Fox. Lady Bing goes to Reinhart. Celebrini gets the Calder. Conn Smythe goes to Steven Stamkos. Man, would you love to see that. Vezina goes to Igor Shesterkin along with the Jennings. The Masterton goes to Alexiak. Kopitar gets to Selke. Robertson with the Ted Lindsay. And the Maurice Richard does go to Connor Bedard on the Winnipeg team. So, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Just a quicker one today. Just trying to do some shorter form videos and not just do fantasy videos all the time. So, if you enjoy it, leave a like, leave a comment. Positive, negative, it doesn't matter. Everything helps me. But yeah, have a good day, guys. Peace.